As we pushed our kayaks away from the shore, our guide, Fano, welcomed us to Kosi Bay. Born and raised in the area, he belongs to the Tonga community and has grown up with the traditions of these remarkable waterways. Today's paddle wasn't about speed. It was about slowing down, taking in the beauty around us, and learning about a way of life that has existed here for centuries. One of the first things that caught my eye was a series of wooden structures stretching across the water. These are the famous Tonga fish traps, a fishing system that has been used for more than 800 years. The knowledge of building and maintaining these traps has traditionally been passed down from father to son, making them not only a source of food, but also an important part of the Tonga people's cultural heritage. During our trip, Fano took us to one of his uncle's fish traps and explained how it works. What makes these traps so remarkable is that they are built entirely from natural materials and are designed to fish sustainably. Small fish are able to swim through the openings and continue into the estuary to grow and breed. Only the larger fish are gently guided through a narrowing funnel into the main enclosure, where they remain until they are collected. It is a simple but ingenious system that has helped families harvest fish while protecting future generations.
All gonna killed by malaria. It was malaria in Mozambique. But Tonga people, they were very smart. They were more using some traditional medicine and herbs to cure the malaria, and they survived from malaria. After that, they started to name this land Tonga land. So open the door by the blue rope. That's the door. Then you jump in. Then you start to collect the fish. So we use a spear to take the fish out. We believe that if you use a net or a cast net, sometimes the fish gets suffocated and that fish is not going to stay fresh for a long time. But if you spear, it can stay longer fresh. Though it's a long
nice holiday.
fish traps locally, but now there's less than 400 traps. As you can see with this one, even the one in front, they are all abandoned. So a lot of fishermen, they just quit to maintain this trap because we're really catching less fish. For the past 15-20 years, they used to come here with some net fishing. And with a net fishing here, it is illegal because it also catches even the small size of the fish of
Nice holiday.
Kosi Bay is also famous for its beautiful mangrove forests. These trees play a vital role in protecting the shoreline from erosion while providing a safe nursery for countless species of fish, crabs, and birds. It was encouraging to hear that the mangrove forests here are healthy and continue to expand thanks to the protection of this unique ecosystem.
So here in Kosi Bay, we got 5 different species of mangroves. We got a red mangrove, a white mangrove, black mangrove. But if you got a skin rash, you can always apply it on that rash. It's more working like an aloe vera.
What about tick bite?
Sorry, no.
Hey.
Yeah, but it's more with the skin rash. So it's
From next month, we're hoping to see a lot of flamingos coming back.
As we quietly paddled through the channels, Fano pointed out some of the most incredible bird life that calls Kosi Bay home. Fish eagles, giant kingfishers, cormorants, and many other water birds can often be seen here. Every now and then, a fish would leap from the water. And Fano joked that if one landed in our kayak, we would have an easy lunch. The Tonga people first settled in this area around the 1400s, and for generations, fishing has provided food for their families. Today, however, this traditional way of life faces many challenges. According to Fano, few young people are learning to build and maintain the fish traps. Many leave rural communities to look for work in towns and cities because traditional fishing alone is no longer enough to support a family. Another growing concern is overfishing. Modern gill nets catch fish of all sizes, including young fish that have not yet had a chance to breed. This threatens not only the future of the fish populations, but also the survival of the centuries-old fish trap tradition. Climate change has added even more pressure. Rainfall patterns have changed, storms are less predictable, and the estuary mouth often becomes blocked by shifting sandbanks. All of these changes affect the movement of fish into the lake system, making successful fishing increasingly difficult. Fano believes that preserving the fish traps is about much more than protecting a cultural tradition. It is about protecting the entire ecosystem of Kosi Bay. Without healthy fish populations, the birds, the wildlife, and ultimately the livelihoods of local communities are also at risk. As our paddle continued through the peaceful waterways, I couldn't help but admire the deep connection the Tonga people have with this extraordinary place. Their story is one of respect for nature, sustainability, and living alongside the environment, rather than trying to control it. It was a privilege to experience Kosi Bay through the eyes of someone whose family has called this beautiful place home for generations.